And it's pretty much giving a voice and having a voice for individuals that aren't viewed as important enough for their opinions to matter, and also making sure that everyone has the same knowledge and opportunities in the community.
System. And you're actually giving a voice to those who doesn't have a voice.
So to be that person to advocate and bring it on and talk about it and make it relatable to the community and to the kids and to the people.
It means that we are fighting for a cause of which the cause is our children. Not just mine, but all the children that's in this community.
Education advocate means, to me, is to advocate for that child who doesn't have an advocate. Maybe the parent can't participate, maybe the parent doesn't know how to participate and speak up for the child. And I think that's the area where we need a strong concentration on, in the area where the child doesn't have somebody to speak up, or even if you can kind of mentor the parent to become an advocate.
I feel as though I'm a better education advocate for students because of the knowledge that I received being a member of Charleston Rise. The things that I've learned I did not know as an educator in Charleston County, as far as the statistics and the data that's out there, and how most of our, I can say, African American students are really suffering compared to the other groups of students.
Because at first I have no clue what I was doing. And they're teaching us how to talk to people, how to advocate for people.
Well, they have helped me already, because they put a fire under my feet to kind of pay attention to what's out there and make a difference in the community and help others to make a difference and just make a difference in a child's life, in a family's life.
I know more now than I did before. My son is 6 and, first time mom, only kid. So now I know more information and how to help him later on.
As far as the knowledge that I'm gaining, the night that the slides were up and we saw that South Carolina was very last in place for education, my heart stopped. It was horrible. And then another night when we got the statistics as far as children who take the ACT or SAT and actually pass, and the opportunities. My child is in 9th grade, so that made me want to, now I'm like, we need to get her in some tutoring courses or whatever. So just the information to me was overwhelming, and I think that more people need to know about it, and that's my place as an advocate.
I'm so much more aware. The only abbreviations I knew was PTA. I've always been a part of it, but I've learned, educational jargon. I've gone to school board meetings. I thought I was doing enough because I was the PTA mom, but I'm more than a PTA mom. I'm someone that can be a mom to other children who don't have the benefit of a parent who may be able to be where I'm at, and I could help other parents who may not have the time to come to this class. So,
this has made me aware of issues that I didn't know existed. I had no idea. The statistics are just mind-blowing. I still can't wrap my head around how this is possible.
It's educated me a lot of opportunity to learn new things, to see new opportunities, and to understand things. I didn't know what magnet schools were, or what the Montessori is. I didn't know anything about those. And being here, I get to see these things and understand where they're coming from and what advantages they bring.
For them to be in a place, in an environment where all of their talents are tapped into.
I want them to have a solid foundation, a solid rock of education that will help them to go to college, help them be productive citizens of society. I just want this education to be the building block to help them to the next level in life.
My hope is they get the fair chance and the opportunities of everybody else.
But I want them to know that they have a choice in life to be what they want to be. But I want them to know that they got to have that knowledge, and they have the tool to do what they have to do. But they have to get that education. Like my mom told me, I could be anything I want to be, and she'll be there with me, and she'll help me as far as I want to go. But I have to get that education.
I want them to be able to get all they can get, graduate with good grades so that if they want to go to college, they'll be able to, be accepted. And like I say, just get all they can get out what's offered to them.
That they would succeed. I have 2 children actually who fell through the cracks. So it's a greater fight than I can handle alone.
I know I got some that are destined for college and some that aren't, but that doesn't mean they stop learning. They can still go to trade school, what have you, but the education needs to be there for them.
My hope for their future is that the educational system gets better. I hope that they are able to graduate and be able to pass and be ready for college and not have to take remedial courses so that they can go ahead on and start their journey into whatever careers that they see fit.
And I hope that the boys can just continue to grow as leaders, is my hope, and that they could inspire their peers, inspire other boys whose parents may not be as involved.
Terminologies between charter and magnet schools and public schools and what they offer and how to get into them, that I really did not, I knew about it, but I didn't know all the ins and outs of it. So I would say this is a terminology that is used in education is what I've learned too.
How horrible our education system is in South Carolina, let alone Charleston County schools. I mean, that was a big shocker. I did not know anything about that until I joined RISE. I sent my kids to school and I was like, oh, I thought they were getting a really good education, but compared to the other states, they're really not.
Our kids are not ready for college. That's the most surprising thing of all.
Out of about 1,100 or so African American students, only about 31 are college ready. And out of our third graders, that only 12% are on standard or above standard on standardized testing.
The amount of kids that aren't ready for college, it's ridiculous. I have 5 sons and 1 daughter. So 6 kids, but 30% of them, that's 3, almost 2.5 of them that would be not ready for college. I wouldn't have it at my home, why would I have it at my school? So.
Go to school board meetings, continue to bug your schools, talk to the teachers, show up for your kids. Go to PTA meetings, that's really important.
Kids, parents, they're busy, working 2 or 3 jobs, and I get that. But at the same time, you have to be there for your kids and know what's going on in the school, in the district, all over, in all aspects of life.
Don't sit back and say, oh, I'll look at that later. No, walk in the school system. Walk in the school, see what's going on. Be involved, help. It don't have to be your child. It could be any class you want to walk in and help out with.
I would let them know that, you don't have to have a great education to advocate. You can listen to my personal story and we can do this together. You can go join us in Charleston RISE, get in the classes to learn more about what's going on in Charleston County schools.
Well, first come see Charleston RISE, get in on the next class. But aside from that, they got to get to the school boards. We got to get our voices heard. We got to get together as groups and tell these people what we want. They're not going to give us what we want. They're going to give us what they think we need. And we got to tell them.
My advice would be, do you want me to come along with you? What is your needs? Let's sit down and come up with a plan. And let's see how we can tackle this the best way. And if I don't have all the tools, then I will also get them involved with people like from Charleston RISE to get our fight going.
Research your options. You always have an option as far as whether or not you want to pull your kid out or whether or not there are different resources that are available to actually help your kid.
Join Charleston RISE and it'll help you to learn what avenues that you can take, who you can go to talk to, where to go, what to do, how to do it. It'll help you be a better parent.
definitely get involved at the schools. Let your voice be heard. Come out, volunteer, stay involved with the principal, express your concerns to the teacher. You know, you can try to come to the school board meetings, but I think just being there in the schools helped to really make a big difference.